Hey everyone, today is the 10-year anniversary of POPGOES. So Kane Carter has shared quite a few interesting things today. So I'm going to go through some of these things. Now, some of these earlier ones aren't crazy, but there is something really cool that made me want to make this video a little later. First off, POPGOES Arcade got a little update. I think he showed off some fan art. Frick Bears 3 content is shown off here, where Morse the Mole was in Frick Bears. I think we already knew Morse was in it, but now he's actually showed off what Morse does, which seems to, I think, skip nights. Yeah, skip to rounds, or repeat rounds. So that's an interesting mechanic. This is like endless mode in Frick Bears 3, which isn't in the game yet. It's coming to the next update. And I'm really, really excited for the next Frick Bears update. I just like Frick Bears in general. Did a little giveaway here, which I said Weasel to. Showed off some concept art of some more merch. This one, if you have Steam, you can get POPGOES Arcade for free right now. It's like only available for like 2 days, so you really, unless if this video is like a few days old, you've missed out. But it was free, and if you've seen this at the day of the video being uploaded, it is free right now, and it's a pretty good game. If you like Five Nights at Freddy's World, you'll probably love POPGOES Arcade. It's genuinely just, in my opinion, it's better than FNAF World. But then again, maybe there's some bias because I also like POPGOES. A lot of people just don't care about POPGOES, and obviously if you don't care about POPGOES, then I guess it's less enticing. But I thought it was really, really fun, and I really enjoyed my time with it, especially after the update. There was an update a bit ago, I think it was called Fighting Chance, and that made the game, it basically fixed the game for me and made it one of the best Five Nights at Freddy's experiences for me. I wouldn't really call it a Five Nights at Freddy's experience, to be fair, because it's not really the Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay, but, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's spin-off experience, kind of thing. What was this again? I forgot exactly what this was. I think this was just artwork not for Freddy or not, but by the artist who did it. Yeah, so just a bunch of different art. Another fan art showcase. So Kane Carter actually very frequently does these fan art showcases every Friday, which is also the same time those Frick Bears teasers come out, by the way. And then he started sharing off teasers for POPGOES Evergreen. This is where things get interesting. Now, this first teaser is for I assume the Red Vault. Not entirely sure. But yeah, as people bring up here, there's codes hidden in these teaser images which lead to one really cool teaser. So that cool teaser is actually why I made this video, because not gonna lie, these teasers kind of remind me of Steel Wool's teasers, where it's like, yeah, it's a cool visual, but like, what do you expect me to get out of this? Yeah, another one here, another like very visual teaser where it just shows off this little, I don't know, merch shop area from POPGOES Evergreen. Great gif. Did anyone put the code in here? Yeah, there's a code somewhere here. I'll take their word for it because I know it was found. Another visual here, just, yeah, some more environmental shots. What is this area? Is this another... Well, I actually don't know what this area is, to be fair. I didn't actually look to see what people thought it was. Yeah, and there's the code somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And, yeah, this is the last one, I think. Yeah, it shows the toy animatronics. Of course, you know, the toys are kind of relevant to POPGOES. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in general is kind of relevant to POPGOES. But then, people put the code together and found a YouTube link, which I did actually have the YouTube video up with the intention of bringing it up on YouTube, but since I'm already looking through Twitter, I mean, I guess it's also here as well. Now, but we put the trailer on. I'll mute myself for a second so you guys can appreciate this.
Through the excuse of old age and illness.
So yes, that's the teaser. Oh yeah, it's a slight little. I love this visual. I know it's silly, but I do love the balloons in the POPGOES text. I now that I think about it, was that too quiet? I can turn it up in editing. So the thing that intrigues me about this is a really messed up Withered Freddy, and I don't know whether it was on Twitter or Discord, but I have seen Kane point out that this is specifically Withered Freddy and isn't supposed to be depicting like a Withered classic Freddy. Because I know that the classics and the Wizards are the same, and Kane knows that as well. But it was weird seeing Withered Freddy like in such a more destroyed state, because you would have assumed Withered Freddy would be fixed into the classic Freddy before he reached this point. So yeah, this is one thing that really intrigued me, is how did this happen? What point in the timeline is this, even in the POPGOES lore? So I'm not sure if the POPGOES lore separates them, and the Wizards and the classics are separate, or if this is after Five Nights at Freddy's 2 but before Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So they're even more withered, but they haven't been fixed yet. Which is actually what I'm leaning towards. This is such a good visual too. I just love this shot in general. Yeah, the interesting thing about this is very clearly Simon. If you have familiarity with POPGOES lore, this should scream Simon. I think that was my first response. Yeah, oh, this is so Simon. Oh my god. Yeah. So Simon is POPGOES' version of William Afton. I don't know why they didn't use the name William Afton, because William Afton was already a name before POPGOES came out. I assume POPGOES was in planning before that happened, but no, that's a bit of a side tangent. But yeah, Simon is POPGOES' version of William Afton, and basically after the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and he died, his Springtrap died in the fire or whatever. His brother, who is what was his name? Oh, Jeremy Fitzgerald. Right, because Simon is Fitzgerald is the name. So yeah, his brother is Jeremy. Takes the remains of Springtrap and then uses Springtrap's remains to create an animatronic, which is known as just the Simon that we know in POPGOES. And Simon's goal is kind of like to, at least back when the human Simon's goal was kind of extend his life using the blood of his victims or something like that. And I believe the loss that he talks here, that this robotic voice talks about earlier on, I don't think I'll be able to specifically find it, but he mentions he experienced his own loss, and ever since then he wanted to like try that was the motivation for him trying to tame death or whatever. That loss is probably Jeremy Fitzgerald. So Jeremy is of course the Bite of 87 victim. And Simon, I think in the original POPGOES, Simon used the blood of his victims to help Jeremy survive, which is then why I think Jeremy kind of then afterwards like Jeremy changes his name to Fritz Glade, and then yeah, the whole POPGOES stuff happens later. Yeah, there's definitely a big lore here, but yeah, this screams Simon because he's trying to beat life, his voice trying to beat life. It's also robotic, and Simon, post Five Nights at Freddy's 3, is an animatronic recreation of the original. And I think this area must be Fritz Glade's house, Jeremy Fitzgerald's house. Is it? I don't know, I think it makes sense, because it doesn't look like the POPGOES pizzeria, that's for sure. And this kind of looks like a workshop area where he'd look like he'd make things. So yeah, I think that's the idea. Yeah, this is just like teasing. So yeah, I think this whole thing just teasing Simon, and then giving us this banger shot of like, oh, because he is Afton of this verse, this is his victim, and he wants to use his victims to extend life, and it's just kind of imagery here because it's his victim, I guess. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say here. Just this was a cool teaser, just kind of give us some Simon crumbs, I guess. I'm really, really excited for POPGOES Evergreen. POPGOES Evergreen doesn't sound like it's anywhere nearby. It sounds like it's still going to be a very long time away. I think Kane said he thinks it'll be the very last fanverse game that will come out. And I'm pretty sure even after some Candies news happened, and now Candies going to take forever as well because like 5 Candies games coming out. I think he's still saying that it's going to take forever and it's still not anytime soon. This game is gonna be big. Like, I don't think people realize it. It's not the size of the original POPGOES. It's gonna be a lot bigger. But of course, I don't really remember everything. I know there's a page somewhere where he showed off all the teasers, and maybe I could do a full video on POPGOES and everything I think will be in POPGOES Evergreen. Because not gonna lie, I haven't thought about it quite that much, just say things off the top of my head. But I did have things to say about this, because I thought this was sick. And I also love, again, how it was found. Like, it was hidden in codes in these teaser images. Like, it reminds me of, like, I wasn't able to participate in it because it was already solved by the time I woke up. But it reminds me of the old Scott games and stuff, finding secrets in here. And finding this. I mean, not even old Scott games, current Scott games still does that, because Secret of the Mick kind of did this as well. Where I think it hid codes in the camera footage, and then that's how we found, like, the gameplay footage. But yeah, I love this sort of thing. I love hiding things in teasers to give us an even cooler teaser. I'm gonna add a few other minor things. A few little extras on here as well, just for funsies. I didn't have the pages bookmarked or anything, but I wanted to bring up that there's some Five Freddy's 3 film news. Oh, I should probably be careful bringing up Twitter notifications. There's Five Freddy's 3 film news where the screenwriter, is going to be the dude who wrote It. Well, not the dude, but one of them. Was it Gary? Yeah, I don't really remember. I haven't seen many horror films, but it isn't the dude who wrote It Follows. Some people thought it was the dude who wrote It Follows. It is not. It's the dude who, one of the writers behind It. Now, that's still good news, I think. It's still better than just Scott. But, yeah, I guess some people are really excited for that, and I thought it'd be worth mentioning. Personally, I'm gonna be honest, I just don't have much care for the films. I care more about POPGOES Evergreen than I care about the films, not gonna lie. Oh, I guess, and I guess one last thing I'm gonna bring up too. I mentioned that this is free right now, but even outside of this, even outside of POPGOES Evergreen, all of Steelwolf's games are on sale. So they're like 50% off, I think. Yeah, Security Breach is 50% off. It's Secret Mimic 50% off as well. This one's new, so it might not be. It is. Nice. Good. Should be. And that's because of course, the Steam Summer Sale. And you know what else is on sale for the Steam Summer Sale? That's right. Toast of Perfection can't go one day without shilling. Woo! Unbeaten. #1 shameless self-promo guy. Alright. No, that is all I wanted to bring up here. I'm really excited for POPGOES Evergreen. I loved my POPGOES. I loved POPGOES Arcade. I liked my POPGOES. And everything I'm hearing about POPGOES Evergreen makes me more and more excited. I know some fans are getting really, really impatient about it. And because it's taking a while. But let him cook. Let him cook. This isn't like Steelwall, where a delay, or not even a delay, but something taking a while is concerning because it means they didn't quite meet deadlines and now they're gonna rush it out. No, I trust that Kane's cooking because I like the previous POPGOES as well. I mean, to be fair, look, the original POPGOES is kind of mixed, wasn't it? Now I think about it, POPGOES is kind of a sneak in the Phasma Femvis initiative, huh? Like, the original POPGOES is criticized. And it's alongside Candies and the Joy of Creation, which are, like, really beloved series. Kind of funny to think about now, that I'm thinking about it. Alright, I guess I've dragged this on for way too long, I apologize. But I will see you in the next video. I've got one scheduled already. And, yeah, see you then.